If you are a developer who wants to move beyond AI theory and actually build real-world AI applications, then this playlist is designed especially for you. Hello everyone, you have started watching Code with Abby. Welcome to Generative AI Using Python for Developers, a complete hands-on learning journey where we will be building practical AI application from the ground up using Python. Whether you are just getting started or looking to advance into enterprise production grade AI systems, this playlist will take you through every stage of the journey. We have already covered topics such as Python and VS Code setup, OpenAI and Gemini integration, configuration management using JSON, YAML, TOML, and INI files, working with Jupyter notebooks, and even building AI application using completely free APIs. As we move forward, we will dive deeper into LangChain, Retrieval-Augmented Generation, that is RAG, AI agents, tools, Model Context Protocol MCP, LangGraph, agentic workflows, automation frameworks, and complete end-to-end AI solutions that solve real business problems. In this video, we are going to demonstrate exactly that by building a complete RAG powerful AI assistant for an Indian premium snacks product selling organization called OnlyNative using a custom knowledge-based vector embedding semantic search and Streamlit application. We have created a smart chatbot app capable of answering virtually any question about the organization, while this prototype implementation, the same architecture can be scaled for large enterprises with thousands of documents and multiple business functions. So if your goal is to become industry ready in generative AI, build a strong portfolio and learn how production grade AI systems are actually developed, you are at the right place. If you find this content valuable, please take a moment to like, share and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue creating high quality practical AI content for developers. Let's get started. Proposed website of OnlyNative, and they have mentioned their details. These are all products that they sell, and this is the process that they follow when they want to sell something. First order comes, then they procure the material, then they start preparing the order, that they do the fresh preparation, and they do the secure packaging, and finally the order is delivered to the happy customer. This is how they do their product delivery, and they're available over various e-commerce platform as well as their own website, and they also do WhatsApp selling. They have mentioned why they are different and so many things. After deriving these details from their website and talking to them, we were able to create a PDF, and the PDF contains everything. Let's go and see that PDF. This is the PDF which we have created after going through their website and after talking to them what their details are. This contains company overview, why are they different, key differences, leave policies, perks to their employees, the steps, and FAQs as well. This is led by a lady called Anita Kumari. So you see here, OnlyNative founded by Anita Kumari in 2025. Those details, they have the tagline called Apni Miti, Apni Virasat. So we are going to use this particular PDF as the knowledge base for our RAG development, and then we will go to demo everything based on it. Before we go and see this in action, let's go and see how was this RAG implemented. This is the diagram which talks about the RAG implementation. We have this knowledge base in the form of PDF. In our case, it can be PDF, doc, DB, or whatever format it is. Finally, with the ingestion, chunking, and embedding, the vector DB is used. We have used FAISS here, that is FastDB. Either way, we can use Fast, Chroma, or Pinecone. Retriever is something that retrieves data, which is best up. So the user fires up the query. That query comes to Retriever. Retriever uses NES vector DB, which has been embedded and loaded with all processes from this KV, that is called knowledge base, in our case, our PDF. And then this retriever takes help of LLM. And finally, the LLM produces the result, and that is called a response that comes back to the user. In our case, LLM can be either Gemini or it can be OpenAI. Let's go and see how it works there in action. So we are in Visual Studio Code, and this is the complete solution that we have created. There are many components of this particular solution. This has got, for example, if I'm coming here in modules, we have got embedder, we have got loader, we have got memory manager, rack chain creator, retriever, and splitter, and stuff like those. So let's go simply and try to run this Streamlit application. So underscore app and then py. So Streamlit run app front slash streamlit.py, streamlit underscore app.py, and it should open me. So you see there, this application gets open. This has got all the features here. We can have multiple charts, so we can create new chart. We can select the models here. So initially we are selecting Gemini from here. The first and foremost thing that we will try to upload, knowledge base to this. So we have saved the knowledge base over desktop. So we'll go here and we'll actually upload the knowledge base. This is the knowledge base, the KV or PDF file that we had created. This should get uploaded right here. So we have the PDF and our RAG application is all ready. We can talk to these and we can get all these details. Like, let me ask few questions. Who is the owner of this organization? And it should answer me Anita Kumari. Let's see if it answers the same question. It utilizes the RAG feature here. So based on provided context, the founder of the owner of organization is Anita Kumari. Absolutely right. So let me ask, how many employees are there in this company? So let's see if it reads and then it answers my question. The company currently has 10 employees. Okay, that's absolutely correct. Products sold. Let me ask this question in that way. Let's see if it answers that question as well. Product sold across India through website and marketplace. So it is not giving actual answer, but if I can reframe my question, items sold in this organization. So maybe it can give me the items names here. So let's wait until this answer is based on the information provided. A specific organization, products are sold across the website, and then yeah, it is again we are what is the process of selling items? So maybe we need to tweak our query a little bit to get actual answer, because it's all about writing proper query to get answer. But yeah, so we see here, based on the previous conversation in retrieval context, the process of selling item involves several sales distribution channel, Amazon, Flipkart, future retail distribution, international channels. I can ask how many countries does are there in which, yeah, or we can change this like in which countries the products are sold. So it should give me that specific answer. And you see here that we have memory enabled, so it remembers our memory also. I mean, whatever context that we are actually talking to, so it gets the answer. The product is sold in India. So let's say I just wanted to ask it what was my first question. So if it recalls or if it stores and manages the memory, it should answer me the question. So it should answer me the question that I have asked. So what was my first question? It should tell me the first question, what first question that I asked to this application. So it's trying to collect that information for me. Let's see if it answers that question to me. I don't have record of your first question. In current memory, the conversation memory is empty and the retrieval context primary contains. Okay. So basically, there can be some limitation that we need to work on it, but we can fine tune it to find. I think if I am telling what was my last question, so if it can answer. So basically, it's able to answer all our questions based on the knowledge base that we had provided to it. Okay. Okay. So maybe there is, I mean, the memory can be enabled or disabled. So it can be enabled. Likewise, we can create new chart and then chart two. This is chart two. And in chart two, we can tell and we can start communicating with it. It creates another session ID because internally we are doing code wherein we maintain different session ID for this. I am, let's say, what is the business name? Let's say if it says the business name to me is the tag line of the company. So tagline, if I want to see if they can, it can answer the tagline. Oh, it got lots of things. Maybe it is, oh, since I'm using Gemini, so it has exceeded the quota here, and that's why the issue is being seen here. So any point of time, I can switch to my chart one and I can see that my chart one gets loaded. And so I can switch to chart two and then chart two gets loaded. So we see here that we are maintaining multiple charts as well. We can actually change this to any LLM provider. For example, if I'm going to chat two and if my Gemini's quota is over, like if I'm going to OpenAI, and if I am if I am asking the same question, what is the tagline of the company, and it should give me the answer. So because this time it is going to use OpenAI instead of Gemini. Gemini quota is over, so it should answer that. The tagline is Apne Miti and Apni Virasat. So we can see that we can change that LLM provider here as well as we can maintain multiple chart, we can manage memory, and that's what about we can leverage this product into the larger cases, bigger cases, and then we can actually use it in that way. Thanks for watching.